Greetings, everyone, in the aluminum Christmas tree group. Uh, this is Bunky Markert filming from Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Uh, I thought I'd give you a little summary of what we've managed to get assembled this year. We had a little snow today. It'll probably be gone in a little while. But anyway, it's a little bit of a rare occurrence around here. So anyway, I'm going to just give you a little mini survey of what we got. This is I think it's a 5.5 foot Evergreen slim line that we got 2 years ago, I think, and really a nice shape. And we've been looking for one of these for a while. I think they come in two sizes. There's a taller one, and this one's pretty simple. We have the only thing we've done different on this one is we have swaggy garland or whatever, and which we don't incorporate in any of our other trees, but we thought it looked kind of cool on this one. I'm going to pause and then wander over to where some of the other trees are. This is our newest addition. This is a Revless 6-footer, I think, and we got it later this summer off of eBay. I think it probably could use maybe a little cleaning, but we didn't have time for that yet, but we will. And we've decorated this one with, we didn't really have an idea for this one. It's got a lot of branches, so we just incorporated spherical ornaments. That's the theme, and I think it looks pretty cool. I have that Star Bell Turner on this thing. I'm really kind of disappointed, and I bought it a number of years ago and didn't use it because it was so noisy. And I took it apart and cleaned it and lubed the motor, and it's a little less noisy, but I got to kind of figure out. I've tried dampening it and things. I just have to fool around with it. I can turn it on to show you, but everything else that you can see, it's pretty quiet in here, and this thing is really kind of not what I'd like to do, or I might have to put a heavier tree into it. It seems like it's built for a live tree possibly, so maybe one of these other ones I can put it in there. This is an 8-foot evergreen that we've had for a number of years. We kind of use this one for larger, kind of non-vintage ornaments and things, just kind of hodgepodgey stuff that people have given us. We have a John Waters one that anyway, we know him. I'll show you something else that we have. And so it's, our main theme is kitsch, and this one's kind of more modern kitsch. Anyway, I'll wander around it a little bit just to see, but it's big. It's an imposing tree. I've never had a tree turner on this one, but I think that Star Bell could probably handle it. But anyway, so this one, this is a Tomar Arctic Emerald that we got in Cleveland, I think in 1998 for $3. And it's not in the greatest of shape, but we've had it a long time, and we typically decorate it. The green trees really, to me, don't work all that well as aluminum trees because they don't really reflect. So we kind of put soft ornaments on this one. One feature I've added this year, I actually have lights on it this year. I'm a member of one of the Christmas tree light groups, and there's a fellow on there that actually converts these GE snowball lights, the ones that don't have the ice on them. They have like styrofoam to make it look like called snowball lights. And he rebulbed them with LEDs. So, they're cool. They don't, melt the tree or any of that kind of stuff. And I got like two 7 ornament strings on here. And I think it looks pretty neat. I mean, it looks better, obviously, when it's darker. But again, this is just kind of goofy stuff. We have a mold of a human foot at the top. I don't really know where that belongs to. Anyway, but it's just kind of goofy, soft and wooden ornaments. I love these little what they call honeycomb. The honeycomb ornaments. I think they're really neat. We have a couple of those around. All right. Shifting now to our 4 foot evergreen pink tree, which we bought, I don't know, probably around 10 years ago. And again, a lovely little tree. We tend to decorate it with blue, green balls because it's just you put lights on. You can't really do the color wheel thing effectively on these. They look. I think I consider them daytime trees, but anyway, it's certainly of the period, or maybe later in the period. I don't think these came on the scene until probably the late '60s, and we have some things like uh, light sets that have never been used with these little angels and things like that. This is a little camper that a friend of ours made. We have two others elsewhere. He cuts them out. It's all made out of kind of paper, cardboard, and they're kind of lovely little tableaus. Okay, this is what I call the classic. This is a Pico, and I really like the Pico trees. I like the shape of them. It kind of has like a pine cone shape. We do this in the traditional way. I would turn the turner on, but the turner kind of died this year, and I got a new motor for it, but I can't get the thing. I got to get a gear attached to the motor, and I haven't been able to do that. I've kind of been behind the 8 ball a little bit with some of the stuff this year. But anyway, this is always a crowd pleaser, especially when it turns and glints and so forth. This is a 7 foot evergreen gold tree. Again, we've had this probably 10 or 15 years. And, it's a striking tree, to say the least. We typically decorate it with red balls, satin balls, some soft stuff, some the clear plastic ones and stuff. And it's kind of a fun tree. And again, these evergreen turners, I think, are not nearly as bulletproof as the Star Bell, but they're quiet and they work, and I don't think you can go wrong with them. This tree belonged to my Aunt Isabel, and she was like the antithesis of anybody who would have a modern person in the '60s. She was far from being modern, but I think my uncle, I think, was highly allergic and couldn't really survive a live tree, so they opted for an aluminum tree, and then she gave it to me a number of years ago. And we obviously decorate this with pink balls. It's the pink ball tree or the Isabel tree, and this is a taper tree. Is it Tomar taper? I'm not sure, but this has the variable or various length branches. It's not real. It's kind of delicate, but I think it's a really pretty tree, and I think it works well with the way we designed it. Here is another John Waters item. It's something that he sends out every year. It's an inflatable version, I think, of himself, and it says "Seasons Greetings, John Waters" on the back. And anyway, a little strangeness and goofiness from our Baltimore friends. Anyway, I'm going to wander over here a little bit, and then I'll show you the last one. Some Royalite Santas and some more of the little campers and so forth. Hold on a minute. Last but not least, a 6 foot evergreen with the tri-light base. This was the first tree that I got back in 1992, I think. And I didn't know really at the time, or I don't think anybody was really paying much attention to these things. And I didn't know a tri-light base for anything, but this thing has worked really well. I got to get the lenses re-dyed or new lenses made or something. I haven't quite figured that out yet. I'm also short a light bulb, one or two, I think. I have LEDs in there, but they've been kind of sporadic in whether they come on. They tend to come on at some point, but the one hasn't come on yet, and I got to replace the other one. But anyway, we just have some some technical difficulties this year, and I'll wander around here, and it's a little backlit, but you get the idea. And then we have a little display on our mantle, some more snowball lights. These are actual snowball lights with the incandescent ones, and some more royal light items. I love these little snowmen, and that's one of those little toys where the snowman blows a little pith ball out of the top of his hat, and some old, some old ribbons and candles and uh, old items in the original packaging, and so forth. So anyway, hope you all have a nice holiday season and enjoy your efforts in getting your trees up. You all have some really great ideas, and we enjoy the group and the various people who have engaged themselves in this hobby, as it were. So, season's greetings, everybody. Bye.